A very good evening from wherever you're watching as from. This is Look Up Weekend. The day is 7th of April, Friday 2023, and it is the start of the Easter holidays. And I'll start with this quote. President William Ruto says, reflect on setting things right in his Easter message. And Azimio leader Raila Odinga says, let's learn from Jesus. Let's emulate Jesus. Those are just the messages of peace and love from our leaders as we usher in the Easter weekend. We have that and so much more lined up for you in this evening's bulletin. But before we get into all of that, here is what's coming up. Tonight on Look Up Weekend, could the country be collapsing? Opposition leaders express fears as government delays in paying members of parliament and civil servants.
Mambo ni ngumu kwa sasa hivi, wacha tuambiane ukweli. Na bill sasa haijui holiday, haijui ati kuna sikukuu ama namna gani.
Katika government ile tulio nayo, sasa matumaini yake naona yako chini kidogo.
Nothing to celebrate. Kenyans in Nairobi expressed disappointment in Easter celebrations as the high cost of living continues to cripple many households.
Hii mambo ya insecurity, watu watano wameua. Juzi waliua mtu mmoja Kisumu, watu wamepiga nduru Kenya mzima. Hii watu watano wameuliwa hapa. What are families?
Bandits strike again. 5 people shot dead and others injured in yet another bandit attack in Turkana. Once more, welcome to the weekend. The hashtag is Look Up Weekend. I am Nancy Nelima, and our sign language interpreter for tonight is Philista Adundo. Do stay with us as we bring you up to speed. Let us know what your plans are for this Easter, as well as where you're watching as from using the hashtag Look Up Weekend. Let's begin. It is now emerging there is a serious financial crisis in government that has occasioned a delay in payments of salaries of civil servants. Employees in government parastatals have not received their March salaries, with scanty information on when the delay will be addressed. Most affected are devolved units where normal functions have been paralyzed as the government delays the disbursement of per-share revenue for months. Our reporter Henry Tende with the details of this crisis.
A reported delay in salary payments for the month of March has left thousands of civil servants in limbo. In unprecedented move, the National Treasury is yet to pay the salaries that are usually paid in latest third of every month. According to information we have gathered, government parastatals are in the dark of when the money will be released so that they can meet their obligatory role of salary payments. In an internal memo at the national broadcaster KBC dated 5th of April, the management has apologized to their employees for the delay in their salaries due to unavoidable circumstances, only promising to pay as soon as funds are made available. Another letter to the staff at the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC. The commission has been forced to ask for indulgence from staff as they are yet to receive disbursement despite making a formal request to the Exchequer as early as 23rd of March. The commission remaining candid enough with their staff, informing them that it does not have a definite date when the delayed salaries will be paid. The situation is worse that even members of the National Assembly have also not received their pay. Minority Leader in the National Assembly, Opiyo Wandayi, in a press statement, is now accusing the government of President William Ruto of embezzlement of national resources through massive corruption. In the statement, Wandayi claims the government owes state agencies 204 billion shillings. Wandayi is questioning why the government is unable to pay salaries despite removing subsidies on basic commodities and increasing taxes. The Azimio team is now cautioning that the country is staring at the brink of total economic collapse. The devolved units are perhaps the most hit by delayed disbursement from the Exchequer. The National Treasury is yet to release 92.5 billion equitable revenue allocation for the months of January, February and March to various counties. If the situation persists, the country will experience a total shutdown of services at county level. The government, through the National Treasury, is yet to give a formal explanation as to why there is a delay in salaries and disbursement of revenues meant for devolved units. There is also no word when the salaries will finally be paid. Is the government broke? Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
And after the Easter celebrations, this year Easter celebrations are not putting a smile on the faces of many Kenyans. Business in Nairobi is as usual, with people opening businesses and continuing with their day-to-day activities to make a living. The rise in cost of living has left many Kenyans with nothing to celebrate about.
As the world marks Easter celebrations, the streets of Nairobi have nothing to celebrate.
Kama siku ya holiday kumekuwa na watu wengi wana travel, so biashara yangu kama mtu wa chini ndio naweza kuwa na mapato ya juu. Unaona?
Business as usual as members of the public go about their daily activities, the high cost of living playing a major role for this Easter mood.
Leo ilikuwa niende hiyo Pasaka, lakini haingewezekana juu sijui venye Monday kutakuwa. Labda kutakuwa na maandamano na italeta shida. Juu unaona mimi hufanyia kazi hapa hivi kwa baro. Kazi mingi mimi hufanyia hapa. Hadi kukinyesha saa zingine mimi nafunga naenda nalala. Saa hiyo maandamano ikikuja ni kama kunyesha kumenyesha. Saa mimi nikifunga nikienda kulala sina kitu ya kukula, familia hawana kitu ya kukula na bado wanadai.
Past weeks have been marked by nothing but protest in the city, which brought business to a standstill, something that affected the business community, and as now they are rushing to make at least a coin before next week, which they are not sure about after the political class hinted they could go back to protest.
While it seems that this year the economy has shut the plans of many people to travel and celebrate the Easter holidays. Hence, they are forced to open their businesses so as to cope up with the high cost of living. Gladys Macharia, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
And staying on the Easter celebrations, Christians around the world are commemorating Good Friday when they mark the day that Jesus was crucified as well as his eventual death. Kenyans joined the rest of the world in marking Good Friday as Easter celebrations kicked off. Catholic faithfuls held a Way of the Cross processions to commemorate the end of Lent and the crucifixion of Christ.
It is a day that most Christians hold close to their heart, a day that the crucifixion of Christ is remembered, a weighty matter that should be carried with all the care that it deserves. From Nairobi to Mombasa, from Kakamega to Embu, Christian faithfuls came together to walk the way of the cross, an imitation of what Jesus Christ went through before his crucifixion. The way of the cross are events portraying the passion of Christ, from his condemnation by Pontius Pilate to his entombment. The series of stations is as follows. Jesus is condemned to death. He is made to bear his cross. He falls the first time. He meets his mother. Simon of Cyrene is made to bear the cross. Veronica wipes Jesus' face. He falls the second time. The women of Jerusalem weep over Jesus. He falls the third time. He is stripped of his garment. He is nailed to the cross. He dies on the cross. He is taken down from the cross and he is placed on the scepter. Each stop they made was symbolic.
Katika maparishezi zetu kukumbuka yale mateso ambayo Yesu Kristu alipitia kabla ya kusulubiwa. Imekuwa ni safari ndefu kutoka Jumatano ya Majivu kuelekea mpaka Easter Sunday, na kanisa inatuuliza tuwe watulivu, tuendelee na kutoa toba na kufanya vitendo vya huruma.
Religious leaders used the opportunity to call on political leaders to maintain peace in the country.
Kwamba wameitwa wawe viongozi ambao ni watumishi, sio viongozi wa kutumia ubabe, uongozi wa kujionyesha, kwa sababu sote tumeumbwa kwa mfano wa Mungu na tunalo jukumu hasa kama Wakenya ya kuweza kuangalia nchi yetu na kuielekeza kwa pamoja ili tuweze kubaki kama taifa moja.
Kwa hivyo tungependa kuwasihi Wakenya wote na hasa Wakristo wazingatie maadili yake Yesu Kristo mwema aliyetuletea wokovu. Wao wenyewe waweze kudumisha amani, waweze kudumisha upendo, waweze kutendeana mema na hasa kuwajali wale ambao hawana bahati katika jamii.
Waweze kuunganisha taifa. Tunajua kwamba kuna matatizo mengi, ni kweli, na pia kuna shida nyingi hasa wakati huu pia wa kukosa chakula ama chakula kiko na bei kali. Lakini vita, furugo na vitu zingine hasitatusaidia, mbali kutaka kuwa kitu kimoja, kuunganisha watu pamoja na wao wenyewe kama viongozi kukaa pamoja wasungumze ili tujiulize tunaweza fanyia nini hii nchi yetu.
In the Vatican, in a Holy Thursday ritual symbolizing humility, Pope Francis washed and dried the feet of a dozen residents of Rome juvenile prison, assuring them of their dignity and telling them any of us can fall into sin. Francis repeated the ritual on 10 male and 2 female residents who were serving time at the facility. He leaned over and poured water on one foot of each, then used a white towel to gently pat the foot dry before kissing it. Brian Amwai, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Brian Mwai, for that story or lesson, if I may. Moving on, residents of Ololuangong in Kajiado County have been left in darkness for a total of 7 days consecutively, following a power blackout that is making the town shut down. And as Sami Adika reports, the residents claim their efforts to reach out to KPLC have been ignored, and they are worried that if not restored, cases of insecurity will continue to rise.
For 7 days now, these residents of Ololua have been left in darkness, with their faces communicating their discontentment with lack of electricity. Business operators are now counting losses, with most expressing fear that the power blackout will greatly affect their business activities.
Because I have clients, I'm a randy lady, I have clients. Clients, some of them, they are starting moving out where to look where there is power. That's why we are claiming this is our light. If there is a problem with Kenya Power, they could have to know how to know their clients, because we are clients to Kenya Power. If the transformer it is overloaded, that's not our problem.
Residents suffering from terminal illnesses and dependent on refrigerators to store medicine have been forced to travel miles to seek better conditions for storage.
Mnasikia dawa zetu tunaziweka kwa fridge, chakula yetu tunaiweka kwa fridge, na tunapika chakula mingi kiasi ya kwamba tutatumia kama mwezi moja. Saa hizo zote tumetupa. Zingine tunatransfer kwa watoto wetu ambao wako kwa stima wakati huu.
Cases of criminal activities have also been reported to be on the rise as criminals take advantage of lack of power to commit crimes.
We have never seen this. Sasa kama kuna shida Kenya Power, hiyo shida inastahili kuja kwetu sisi. Are we to absorb their problems? And who will pay, because we have already incurred all these losses?
Efforts to reach Kajiado North KPLC office over the issue have been futile.
It's not the first time ya kwamba ati hatuna stima. Tumekuwa hatuna stima. The previous week pia hatukuwa na stima. Tena imekuja ika happen. They were not even taking the transformer away until we had to go to their offices. That is too bad. What do we want? We don't want PR. We want power.
Sami Adika, Lookuptv.
And that story by Sami Adika takes us to a very fast break here on the program. This is the Look Up Weekend. Do let us know where you're watching us from and how your Easter is going using the hashtag Look Up Weekend at Lookuptv on Twitter, Lookuptv on Facebook, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. We take that break. Don't go too far.
Why Malindi? Any idea why the A-list celebrities, politicians choose Malindi as a destination? Is it the sandy, spotless white beaches, the rhythmic, relaxing oceanic waves, or is it the great potential investment opportunity that Malindi has to offer? Dark Balance, we are here with a variety of projects from as low as 99,000 shillings. You get an 1/8 of an acre with ready title deeds. Book your plot today with only 35,000 shillings and get a free return air ticket. Be the next investor in Malindi with Dagmar Loans. Call us now on 0740 888 111 or 0740 888 222. Dagmar Loans. We promise, we deliver. Why wait? 20 Malindi.
Has the term gender roles affected today's society?
Definitely it has changed.
Some people like me or traditionists, I really don't agree fully to that cause.
So you're not less of a person that you do them. You know, you're not less of a person.
When it comes to gender roles, we men have a bigger responsibility.
Okay.
A bigger responsibility than them. Whether they argue using all philosophy and all manner of explanations.
There is no set role for somebody because you can come home and your spouse is not home and you're hungry and you have to cook.
What made you change your perspective on this role?
You see, it's just circumstances.
A society that is, you know, is being defended by women is a weak society.
Are you looking for a renowned institution of academic and professional excellence to kickstart your career? Then join KIPS Technical College, a top NEC, CASNEB, NITA, HRMPEB and KISIM examination center in Kenya, fully accredited by TVET Authority. We offer high-quality hands-on training in engineering, hospitality, tourism, journalism, ICT, business, accounting, hairdressing and beauty, health sciences, community development and foreign languages, and have placed over 26,000 graduates in employment since 1994. Admissions for April intake is ongoing. Call 0720-813-113 or visit any of our 6 campuses located within Nairobi. KIPS Technical College, your sure path to success.
Nakwambia leo kuna the one and only AOV president. Ati nini? AOV president. Bas rudia tena mara ya mwisho. AOV president. Jina yangu katikati ni prophecy. Bas. Mimi niko hapa ku explore. Pia hivi vile explore days za kalenda zikafika 35. Ni story ya 35 hiyo. Huko ni digit wa nini hapa? Naona tu sufuria mbele yangu hapa ni kama unanikumbusha mimi ni mwanamke. Mix hizi vitu zote na maji koroga. Zote. Hii kitu yote pima sasa vile unataka. Mimi nimekupatia.
Huyu jamaa last time alikula chakula
peke yake.
Leo
utakula na mimi. Unafundishwa kupika. Pika like the food you're gonna pick up a something because that's how you're going to
We as Novena United Circle are a society that is able to provide a platform for business startups by providing financial aid to members and creating a platform to accumulate their savings. We look for small business entrepreneurs who are starting a business venture and provide the best opportunity to expand a business niche and turn it into something big. For more information, call us on 0768 757 956 or WhatsApp us on 0734 832 430. Novena United Circle. Tuungane pamoja.
Hey darling, are we still on for a coffee date?
I'm waiting for you to come and pick me up.
I should be able to pick you in a few.
It's a coffee yogurt date?
It's not just a yogurt. It's royal coffee yogurt.
Flow with the sweet taste of thick and smooth Royal Fresh coffee yogurt. Royal Fresh, the royal taste of freshness.
Sensei Institute of Technology is the home to the best practical courses, giving you a hands-on experience to handle the world. A place to build your skill and see the world in a different perspective. For you to join us, ensure you have your national ID card and be ready to enjoy the ride. Sensei College, my skills, my future.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Lookuptv. This is Look Up Weekend. Nancy Nelima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. Let's continue. As the government maintains that it has put measures to alleviate Kenyan suffering, tonight on Your Opinion Matters, we ask whether you have any hopes with this government when it comes to lowering the cost of living. Let's take a look.
Today on Your Opinion Matters, we ask fellow Kenyans whether they have any hope left on the current government of President William Samoei Ruto. This is because it has been 8 months since they got into power.
Kwa majina yangu naitwa John Mokuri Jenga. Ama bodaboda laida anafanya hapa Tirum. Na katika government ile tulio nayo, sahi matumaini yake naona yako chini kidogo. Sababu yale tulioahidiwa hakika yamepotea kabisa. Lakini tunaomba Bwana Uhuru na Misagashagwa, yale promise jaribu tu kuangalieni. Kashagwa, please acha kuongea sana, kazi iwe mingi.
Katika serikali ambayo tuko nayo kwa wakati huu tunaona imetukulia ngumu, kwa sababu wa jinsi tunavyoona wakivutana hapa na pale, kazi inakuwa chache kwetu sana, tunakuwa na shida. Kwa hivyo mimi kama mwananchi wa kawaida ningeomba serikali ambayo tunaipenda na tuliichagua iweze kuongea na kusikizana na wapinzani wao, ili tuweze sisi walio wa chini kupata mapato yetu, kwa sababu kuongea kwao itakuwa msaada kwetu, kwa sababu sisi tunajitegemea, yani tunatafuta kazi, na hakuna wakati tumeenda kwa serikali tukasema itusaidie ama kwa opposition itusaidie. Tumekuwa tukijisaidia wenyewe, tunajifanyia kazi yetu. Kwa hivyo wakati wanavutana, kazi yetu inakuwa ngumu, hatupati ajira zetu.
Kwa hii serikali yetu ya leo tunataka tuangalie venye iko juu. Ukiangalia venye anavyotupelekesha, maisha iko juu, kila kitu, yani unapata hata venye unga, kila kitu, chakula unapata yenyewe, hata zile ndio unapata uwezi kumanage hizo vitu, unaona. Juu sasa ukiangalia pade unapata so tatu, hiyo so tatu ukiangalia ndio Ferrari, ndio Kiroma, ndio pia watu hiyo wanataka kukula. Ikiwa upate hiyo ndio nyingine ya kuongezea, inabidi yenyewe mwenyewe ujifinye. Sasa serikali yetu kitu inafaa ifanye ni watie bidii kutupunguzia vitu zetu za kukula. Maisha yetu iko juu, wanafaa wapunguze. Maisha yetu at least irudi chini, ndio hata hasara wa chini afanye nini kujimanage. Sasa unaangalia hata kuna watu sasa wanalala njaa. Na ukiangalia kila mtu yenyewe si ati ana haso, lakini ukiangalia zile ndio anapata ni roabe so tatu. Si ndio? Enda nunue unga so 2. Mboga yenyewe ni choani. Hujapata hata mafuta. Kitunguu hakuna. Si ndio? Ukipata hiyo kupiga hiyo budget yote unataka kapanchi. Umepata so 3. Hujaweka mambo ya gas ama nini ama hiyo mafuta ya taa. Si ndio? Sasa inabidi unafanyaje? Ukula kwa hoteli. Kwa hoteli na itamanage kweli. Inakuwa maisha inaendelea juu. Sasa kitu iko gava ifanye juu chini, punguze mambo yetu ya chakula, hasolini yetu huku, kazi yetu irudi kama kawaida.
Omba tupate mtetezi ambaye angeingilia kati ya kuangalia wananchi wa Kenya, wa Jamhuri Kuu ya Kenya. Wanahangaika ni maneno mingi ambaye kuna watu wako na watoto, wamelea, wanasomesha na wanaendelea na mambo mingi, na hii kazi ya matatu, kazi ya mikokoteni na kila kazi katika manufaa. Kwa hivyo tungeomba Mungu asaidie kiongozi, waongee pamoja, wasirikiane, wasaidie nchi, kwa sababu nchi inaendelea na mbele na kuzorota. Haiendelei na mbele na kupata faida, ni kuzorota, inaendelea na mbele na kuzorota.
Those are some of the views from Kenyans. Phoebe Wangombe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Thank you, Phoebe Wangombe, for that. Remember, your opinion matters comes to you every single day right here on Lookuptv, and it's an opportunity for your voice to be heard on key issues that are affecting us as a country. Moving on Thursday night, 5 people were shot dead and 1 injured by suspected bandits from the neighboring Turkana County. Among those killed are 2 couples and a man, while a woman managed to escape with injuries. The continued attacks have left hundreds of residents at the Takwal Belt along the West Pokot and Turkana border displaced.
Laminyeusi area in West Pokot County along the Kitale-Lodwar Highway is 3 kilometers away from the troubled Kainuk area in Turkana County that has been making headlines over banditry, cattle rustling and armed highway robbery. The incident happening despite the ongoing joint operation by the KDF and police in the area. A number of villages remain deserted and trading centers closed as locals flee the area.
Tumeweza kuamka leo mashangao makubwa sana ya kwamba tuliweza kupoteza watu 6. Mmoja chera, watu 5 walikufa mahali hapa. Na tukienda kuangalia kwa kweli wale watu waliwawa ni watu wa innocent, hao kwa chochote, hao kwa silaha, si watu wa kuinda, ni watu tu waliwawa walikuwa wakilala.
Katika hili hali sahihi kuna tension, watu hawana amani, sababu ni kwamba hapa hatuna watu wa hapa wanaenda cold, hawana mapunduki. Wako tu wanajichunga tu wenyewe wakijitafutia chakula yao.
A survey showed that many families are camping at Orwa, Los, Kamikarai, Samach, Nasolot and Marich due to fear of an attack. Many are starving as food and water is scarce.
Waziri Kindiki alipokuja sehemu hii alishuka hapo Turkana County na alikama pale, na pia hata Kaome mkuu wa polisi pia alipata nafasi ya kushuka pale Kainuk. Sasa shida ni kwamba askari wanaishi one side, wanaishi sehemu ya Turkana sasa. Sasa hapa ndio tunapata wakora wanatoka huko Turkana, majirani yetu wanakuja kuua tu, maana tuna askari.
Area leaders led by West Pokot Deputy Governor Robert Komole called for peaceful coexistence in the region. Komole noted that residents who are sleeping in the bushes are affected health-wise.
Nimekuwa asubuhi na kaunti kama tukiangalia hawa mili kwa hiyo nini yao, kwa hiyo gari yao wako na cartridges, spend cartridges 8 na ni aina ya AK47. Sasa hiyo AK47 ziko kwa mkono ya Turkana na wamepita hapa daraja tu na hii team ya operations wako hapa.
Sigor Member of Parliament Peter Luchakapong noted that a humanitarian crisis is looming in the Takwal region along the West Pokot-Turkana border following renewed fresh banditry attacks in the region after 5 years of peaceful coexistence.
Kwa muda ya mwezi mmoja tutakuwa tumeanza harakati mpangilio ya kujenga police station sehemu hii na tuweze kuweka askari ya kutosha ili waweze kuangalia usalama ya hii area.
Watafute bandits everywhere, not only Pokot ndio wako na bandits. Tumekashiria Kindiki ajue hiyo. Aketi chini na viongozi wa Pokot, ya Waturkana, ya Elgeyo Marakwet, ya Samburu ndio wasuluhishe.
The leaders from the West Pokot call on the government to change strategies in handling insecurity, hence set up many security camps in the area.
Now let's head over to the counties. The Children's Mission in Africa through Kenya for Reliance program has donated relief food to residents of the Wamba area in Samburu East constituency. The team is calling on other well-wishers to chip in and help the drought-stricken areas. Abigail Sher with this report and more in our county roundup.
It is a joyful festive season for Wamba area residents after the Children's Mission Africa and the Salvation Army through the Kenya for Reliance program donated food to them that would last them a month.
Nilikuwa naomba Mungu na ninaomba Salvation Army through Resilience waendelee tu wasaidie watu wetu wanaumia sana, hakuna chakula, ni chakula yao ndio tumeona ile tunakula mwezi 2. Naomba tena muongeze mwezi ingine 2-3 msaidie watu wengi. Saa hii hapa wananipigia kelele, mama unaandika tu watu unatuasha. Kuna wengi wanalia hapa nje. Sasa ninawaomba Mungu atawasaidia, muendelee mpata chakula ya kulisha watu.
This has gone a long way in helping the residents to survive. In Ikolomani, Kakamega County, a car that has been missing for some time was found parked in an abandoned homestead. The residents were left in utter shock as such has never taken place in that area before.
Muka asubuhi tukipata kari ambayo inakaa kama ya kuibiwa, kari ambayo si ya area A, na tumekuwa na mshangao mkubwa kwa maana hatujawahi kuwa na mambo kama haya kwa area yetu. Hatuna ukora kama huu, lakini tumeshangaa sana asubuhi ya leo kupata mambo kama haya kama imetendeka katika area yetu.
Elsewhere, residents of Mountain View in Naivasha came out in numbers to protest against the unkept promises by the government to mend their long frustrating roads.
Wameadhirika vibaya sana na hii hali ya hii barabara. Sana nikikumbuka masaibu yaliyonipata mnamo tarehe 26 Januari ambapo nikielekea nyumbani nilipata kupatana na wakora kwa hii barabara yenye tuko, nikakaijatua kuanzia saa 4 mpaka around saa 7 ya usiku. Nikatupwa Kidong Ranch, nikawachwa huko na gari yangu ikaenda. Kwa hiyo point yenye nikajakiwa sio point ambayo ungeendesha gari more than 10 kilometers per hour. And that was the main contributing factor yenye ifanya hao watu waweze kuni hijack na wakanibeba na wakaniibia kila kitu, wakanipora kila kitu, lakini nashukuru Mungu hawakuniumiza.
Finally, the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife has called upon Kenyans to diversify in tourism and back the Kenya Kwanza government to improve the sector.
In the same Kenya we can do. When I look at Kenya and the millions of the products that we have, we cannot compare with any other country in the globe. Believe me. And please take seriously what we have as a country. It is high time to value the products, the touristic attraction. I listened to the Chief of Staff count what the governor is planning, the many attractions that you have, besides the 7 that you've gazetted.
For Lookuptv, my name is Abigail Shira.
And now on Keeping Up with Lookuptv, Friday concluded the 4-day roadshow tour of Lookuptv. The fans of the entire Lookuptv fraternity got a chance to interact with the presenters and hosts and were also made aware of the Lookuptv programs. The 4-day roadshow was in conjunction with other partners. Take a look.
Kama wajeri unajua wale wanasa karibu wapo tumefika ikoni Lookuptv, tuko live nane koma siku leo. Unaambia kama uko mbali sogea karibu upate burudani tosha, kwa sababu nasema
And we've come to the end of the broadcast. Of course, Lookuptv on the road has come to an end for now, because we'll be planning another one soon and very soon. So if you have engaged with us, we appreciate you for watching Lookuptv and just taking your time to come and engage with us on the road as we toured around Nairobi County and the different estates and the different major roads around the city. We appreciate you, and let's keep it Lookuptv. Bernard Wambua says, I like it. Thank you so much for watching, and continue to let us know where you're watching us from. You don't really know where the next roadshow is going to be. It could be anywhere near you, an estate near you, a town near you. So keep it right here on Lookuptv, as we'll be keeping you up to date on our next course of action, on our next move, and if and as at when we will start hitting the road yet again. I am Nelima, and our sign language interpreter for tonight has been Felista Adundo. Do keep it right here on Lookuptv. Have a lovely weekend and happy Easter to all of you, all lovely viewers. Good night.